Soweto was cold and dry on the morning of 16 June 1976. It was a Wednesday, and parents who had jobs to go to had already left for work, thinking that their children had gone to school. But they were not going to classes. They were protesting against the government's plans to force them to be taught half of their subjects in Afrikaans. That morning, the streets quickly filled with learners singing songs like Senzeni na, what have we done? And chanting as they marched towards the gathering point. Away with Afrikaans, they said. If we must do Afrikaans, Forster must do Zulu. We are being fed the crumbs of education. Amandla awethu, power to the people.
We are trained from this democracy.
I think that there are aspects that can be improved in our country, especially if you look at things like government and crime, especially is one thing. And I think that the youth can actually make a huge difference there. If you take an example like something like rape, where you hear of rape cases being reported basically every single month, and it's actually pretty scary, but if you think about what the youth can do and how they can influence other people to help that specific area, things can change so much. And I just think that we need to believe in ourselves in order to change society in that way.
I think we will never reach perfection, but I think the strides that we have taken from where we were are amazing, and I think obviously there are always things to improve on, but I think that we dwell too much on what we can change and not what has already been changed and what has already been done.
Our generation of youth are very expressive, I think, and very outspoken, crazy at times. And I think that we live in a society where we can express ourselves any way that we want. We have that space and that freedom to express ourselves, and sometimes we do take that a bit too far, and we lose sight of a good role model to a bad role model, and we just sort of follow the crowd.
Our generation, it's pretty crazy. Sometimes you think of it, I was actually thinking about it yesterday, it's quite messed up. And we need something to put us back on that line, to be honest, because we really have lost the plot. As informal as it sounds, it's not getting there.
The future leaders and entrepreneurs of tomorrow.
I think I need to believe in myself more. A problem with not just me, but I think a lot of young people today, is that they underestimate their own powers. And with me, I think that I do that quite a lot. I look at myself and I think, well, I'm not great enough to do that. I'm not great enough to accomplish, changing something in the world. And I usually have to tell myself that, a lot of people who have changed the world were in my position as well. And you just have to believe and have faith in yourself, and you can do so much.
Yeah, I do. Like, I see a lot of positive things when I look at our youth. So I think we could do great things. But for me, I think where we need to change is to have more people stand up for what's right. Because I think a lot of the guys just go with the flow and whatever, and don't just take a stance. So I think we need a few more leaders in there to guide the other ones that are just going with the flow. Yeah.
Yes, they do, but I think they don't see their potential that they have.
Not really. I haven't celebrated it. I've noticed that, okay, it's Youth Day, but not that I'd go out and be like, ooh, Youth Day.
Dear South Africa, you have the potential to be so much greater. Just believe in yourself.
South Africa, embrace your beauty.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Dear South Africa, I once heard a quote that said, "You are your own problem, but you are also your own solution. So a better future begins with you."
Dear South Africa, this message is to the youth especially. In order to see the change, we must start being the change.
Dear South Africa, let's not dwell on the past, let's remember it and strive for a better future.
Dear South Africa, be the change you want to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi.
Dear South Africa, we are different. We are unique. We are South Africans. Don't ever change that. Be South Africans.
Dear South Africa, with God nothing is impossible, so keep believing.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. As we are liberated,